Pants in the city, halls in the street, tells our ride to an urban beat. From the dogs and the cats to the parakeets, all of us, we all never see. Fins and feathers and scales and birds, critters and squeak and chip and purr, wagging their tails to an urban beat. Yes, yes, yeah, we all know the sweet.
I'm at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in uptown Manhattan for the annual St. Francis of Assisi Blessing of the Animals. St. Francis of Assisi is the patron saint of animals. St. Francis had a great love for all creatures and was witnessed to have engaged in near miraculous communication with both a wolf and a flock of birds. One of the tenets of his preaching was that man has a duty to act as stewards to all of God's creations.
And for the wonder of your animal kingdom, we praise you for these good gifts.
Every year at churches throughout the world, the feast of St. Francis of Assisi is celebrated with a religious ceremony known as the Blessing of the Animals, and home to one of the biggest and most theatrical of these annual services is, fittingly, in New York City.
And this event today is an annual New York City spectacular event that is very special to us. It's a spiritual and it's inspirational at the same time.
Diane Katz is from the Dawn Animal Agency. This unique animal talent agency provides all types of animals for camera work in New York City film and television productions. These animals have appeared in shows like Gossip Girl, Law and Order, and 30 Rock. They reside on a farm located 75 miles outside of the city in upstate New York. The farm is called the Sanctuary for Animals and is a place where over 700 elderly, unwanted, and abandoned creatures can comfortably live out their lives. The money to support their care is generated from the entertainment industry by those residents of the sanctuary who work with the Dawn Animal Agency. But how did they end up at church?
Well, the Cathedral of St. John wanted to make this really a spectacular event, and the pets that people bring are wonderful, but asking our animals to participate makes it a lot more special.
Kind of gives it that wow factor, right?
Yeah, and I think that's important here. And we love having our animals blessed, in addition to seeing the public bringing all of their pets in. So it really means a lot to us.
It really means a lot to the legions of people who come to the cathedral for the blessing. While most of the animals in the procession, from boa constrictors to turkeys to swans, are here with the Dawn Animal Agency, some are privately owned pets whose owners have been attending this ceremony for many years. 13-year-old New York City resident Weston DeLacy has been taking part since he was 5 and is here today with his blue-tongued skink, Patroclus.
I've been a part of the procession for 8 years, and I love processing with all these exotic animals and going through the church and having my blue-tongued skink blessed. And I've been part of it for a really long time, and it's just a really great thing to do.
Weston, tell me, why do you feel it's important to get your skink blessed today?
Well, I think it's important that, a lot of people, neglect animals, kind of, and it's nice to bless them and know that they're there and how they're so beautiful, and we really have to appreciate them, shape our world a lot.
And do you think Patroclus is a healthier, happier creature because he gets blessed every year?
I think so. He always comes back home in a good mood, so.
And how'd you come up with the lizard's name, by the way?
Well, it's the classical name Patroclus from the Trojan War, and he was a Greek hero. And I just thought it was a really cool name, and I saw him, and I was thinking about names, and I just thought that really fit with him. So.
Weston and his skink Patroclus were joined by, among others, actress Edie Falco, star of television's Nurse Jackie and The Sopranos, in today's procession. Like Weston, Edie attends the event every year, along with her son Anderson and daughter Macy. This year, her dog stayed home, and she was assigned to accompany a goat named Little Man in the procession. Edie, what brings you here today to the blessing of the animals?
I am here with Little Man the goat because that is whom I have been assigned to bring up the aisle. And I'm here as many years as I'm able to come. I bring my kids, and it's an animal agency that I work with a lot, Dawn Animal Agency. They rent animals for TV and film, and a lot of these animals are co-stars of mine throughout the years. So we bring them, and we bring them in to be blessed.
What's going to happen today? What happens during this procedure?
We bring them up the aisle. It is a stupendous space inside, and they are blessed, and songs are sung, and things are said, many of which I don't understand. And then they all walk out just looking a little bit happier.
Because they're blessed.
Because they're blessed.
Attending this event is something like stepping into a fabled biblical era. Harking back to the days of yore, when falconers roamed the wood, were two modern-day falconers roaming the church grounds with their hunting birds, a Eurasian eagle owl and a gyr falcon. I spoke with falconer Brian Bunce before the ceremony began to discuss his raptors and their part in the blessing of the animals. Okay, this is Brian Bunce, and this is his hunting partner, Usabi.
Yeah.
He is huge. He takes down, so what type of prey does he take down?
Geese, pheasant, rabbit, squirrel, small foxes.
He'll grab a small fox?
Oh yeah, easily.
And Brian, you're here today to have Usabi blessed.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so talk to me about what you expect, what you anticipate for this blessing today, because this is your first time, right?
Yes, it is. They told me we have to walk up through the main aisle of the church, up to the altar. Priest will bless each animal individual, and then we walk back out of the church.
And how do you think Usabi will be handling all this? I mean, he is a wild bird of prey here in a cathedral in Manhattan.
Well, I do a lot of bird shows up where I live for the local kids. So he should be pretty well tamed, well behaved.
And he was. Just as in the Bible, when the lion lay down with the lamb, today the raptor shared the altar with the rabbit and the hen, and all of God's creatures were blessed on this feast of St. Francis of Assisi.